You followed the steps, you showed up, you kept pushing. Maybe you even hit the numbers, hit the goals. So why does your business still feel so heavy? Why does it feel like something's missing? Today, I'm breaking down what I had to unlearn to build a business that finally felt like mine. Because no matter how far you've come or how stuck you feel, you're allowed to build something that feels like freedom, that feels like home, that feels like you. You're listening to the From Scratch podcast, the podcast for bold entrepreneurs who are done with cookie cutter advice, done with burnout, and done with building businesses that don't actually feel good. I'm your host, Kary, a near $1 million course creator, brand strategist, and business coach for women who are ready to do it differently. 7 years ago, I hit a level of success and still ended up crying on the bathroom floor. So trust me when I say starting from scratch isn't about starting over. It's about taking your power back and rebuilding on your own terms. Every week, you'll get unfiltered stories, bold strategies, and the mindset shifts you need to build with soul, sell with strategy, and grow something that feels like you. So let's get into it. There's this quiet heartbreak in entrepreneurship that doesn't get talked about enough. Doing everything right and still feeling like you're behind. You followed the strategy. You showed up consistently. You took the courses, ran the launches, even journaled your affirmations, and still you're not where you want to be. Or maybe you are there on paper. The numbers are solid, you've made it, but it doesn't feel like you thought it would. That was me after a $50,000 launch. Everything looked perfect, but inside, I felt empty, disconnected, numb. And here's what I need you to know. That feeling doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It means something in your business is out of alignment, and your body knows it before your brain does. So whether you've built something that no longer feels like yours, or you're trying hard to build anything at all and wondering if you're just not cut out for it, this episode is your reset. Because I've been on both sides, the burnout from overworking and the burnout from under receiving. And I've had to unlearn 5 big things to finally rebuild a business that felt like freedom again. Lesson 1, hustle does not equal worthiness. Somewhere along the way, we started equating busyness with value. If I'm not grinding, I must not want it bad enough. If I take a break, everything will fall apart. If I'm not seeing results, I must not be doing enough. Sound familiar? I used to treat my calendar like a proof of loyalty. If it was full, I was committed. If it wasn't, I was panicked. But the truth is, hustle isn't a badge of honor. It's often a mask. And when you build your worth around output, you disconnect from yourself. So here's your move. Take a look at your current schedule or your to-do list. What's there because it feels meaningful, and what's there because you think it should be there? Let that question guide what stays and what doesn't. Lesson 2, scaling fast isn't the same as growing well. There's so much pressure to hit 6 figures by month 6, to launch, automate, scale with lightning speed. But speed isn't always success. When I grew too fast, I said yes to things I didn't even want. I created offers I didn't enjoy delivering. I hired help before I had clarity, and I ended up managing chaos instead of growing with intention. And whoa, did it take it out of me, okay? Whether you're scaling or still trying to get traction, here's the truth. More doesn't equal better, and fast doesn't equal aligned. So here's your move. Ask yourself, do I actually want to keep doing what I'm doing? Like, seriously. And if the answer is no, simplify. Sustainable growth starts with honest evaluation. Get real with yourself. Lesson 3, strategy isn't toxic, but performance is. For a long time, I confused being seen with being valuable. So I showed up constantly, polished, professional, never too raw, never too real, never controversial, always on brand. But performance isn't presence, and people can tell. Even when they can't explain why, they know. Here's what the research says. Trust is what drives action, not perfection, not polish, trust. And trust only happens when people can feel you. So here's your move. Go write or share something that feels like a release. The thing you've wanted to say but haven't because it's not on strategy. Say it, share it, let people meet you. That's what makes you magnetic. Lesson 4. You're not lazy. You're just exhausted. I know this one might sting, but I used to think I was lazy when I couldn't follow through on my own to-do list, when I skipped the post, when I didn't feel like filming, when I kept procrastinating. But what I've learned is most procrastination isn't about discipline. It's about disconnection. You're not lazy. You're just tired of forcing yourself to show up in ways that don't feel like you. So here's your move. Redefine your ROI this month. What should success feel like, not just look like? Then choose one way to build towards that version of success this week. Small, aligned action is always greater than big performative motion. Lesson 5. You are allowed to do it differently. This is the heartbeat of the whole episode. You are allowed to sell less, speak softer, launch slower, build smaller, do it your way. Everything I built over the last year, brand from scratch, content from scratch, sales from scratch, course creator AI, was built after I stopped asking, what's the formula I should be following? And start asking, what feels like me? You don't need more proof. You need more permission. So here's your move. Pick one part of your business that feels heavy and ask yourself, what would this look like if it were easier? Not lazier, not smaller, just more true to you. Then let that answer shape your next move. If you've been quietly thinking, I've done the work, I've followed the steps, but I still feel off, this is your permission slip to stop blaming yourself and start rebuilding from alignment. You don't have to burn it all down. You don't have to blow it all up. You just have to come back to you. That's when business starts to feel like freedom again. And that's the version of success we're building here. If you want help figuring out where to start, take my glow up quiz at the link below or at karyperry.com/glowup-quiz. In less than 2 minutes, you'll get a personalized, laser-focused roadmap that shows you where to focus your brand, your content, your sales funnel, so you can stop second-guessing and start taking aligned action. Because your glow up doesn't start with doing more. It starts with doing what matters. And what matters is you.